Hey there, Dodgers fans. Buckle up because we've got a full breakdown of everything happening with your favorite team right now. And trust me, it's a roller coaster. Let's start with one of the hottest stories of the week, Will Smith. The catcher who has been absolutely pivotal for the Dodgers this season had a scare recently. During the game against the Pittsburgh Pirates, Will took a foul ball off his right hand in the bottom of the second inning. It was one of those moments that make every fan's heart skip a beat. He stayed in the dugout for a moment, looked ready to try to go back out there. But after a quick conversation with the team's head trainer, it was clear that the right move was to let him rest and assess the situation properly. He tried to gear up again in the third inning, putting on his helmet and gloves, showing that fighting spirit. But he was called back before he could step up to the plate, and Dalton Rushing had a pinch hit behind the plate to finish the inning. Initially, the Dodgers announced that Smith had suffered a contusion in his right hand. The x-rays taken that night came back negative, which was a relief, but the team wanted to make sure nothing more serious was brewing, so they went ahead with a CT scan. The results were encouraging. Manager Dave Roberts commented that, based on the CT scan, they expect Will Smith to avoid going on the 10-day injured list, although he might not be playing immediately over the weekend. That's an important distinction because the Dodgers need him healthy for the crucial games ahead, and their careful management of his workload this season has been a key factor in his exceptional performance so far. And speaking of performance, let's talk numbers. Will Smith has been having a career year in 2025. He's hitting just under 300 with an on-base percentage over 400, and his slugging is approaching 500. With 19 doubles, 17 home runs, and 61 RBIs, his WRC plus is sitting at 153, which is easily his highest full-season mark and very close to his 2020 performance, when he posted a 160 WRC plus. This consistency has been remarkable. One of the things that has stood out this season is how the Dodgers have managed his at-bats and innings to prevent the familiar second-half decline he's experienced in previous years. It's made a noticeable difference. Not only has he been one of the key pieces of the Dodgers' offensive arsenal, but he's also been second only to Shohei Ohtani among Dodgers hitters in terms of WRC+, which tells you just how valuable he's been. Of course, every time a player like Smith goes down, even temporarily, the team has to have a plan. That's where Ben Rortvedt comes into the picture. The Dodgers selected his contract from AAA Oklahoma City to provide some backup behind the plate. Rortvedt had been acquired earlier this season in a three-team trade involving the Tampa Bay Rays and the Cincinnati Reds, which also included reliever Paul Gervis and pitching prospect Adam Serwinowski going to the Dodgers, while Hunter Feducia ended up with the Rays. With Alex Freeland optioned and Alexis Diaz designated for assignment to free up roster space, Rortvedt immediately became a crucial part of the Dodgers' depth, ready to step in and fill the void left by Smith's temporary absence. While all this was happening at the major league level, the Dodgers' minor league system has been buzzing with excitement. Take Kendall George, for instance. This 20-year-old outfielder has been on fire, and his recent performance is hard to ignore. On September 4th, he stole 4 more bases, pushing his total for the season to 101. That's right, 101 stolen bases in a single season. And he did it while getting 3 hits in that same game, boosting his batting average to nearly 300 and pushing his on-base percentage over 400. His progression this season has been staggering, starting in May with a .347 OBP, steadily climbing each month to an astounding .600 in September. For a young player to show that kind of development, especially in a team with multiple other talented under-21 outfielders, is nothing short of remarkable. Austin Gauthier, another top prospect in AAA, has shown a similarly impressive progression in his on-base percentage, proving that the Dodgers' minor league system is churning out high-caliber talent with consistency. Meanwhile, in AAA Oklahoma City, the pitching staff has been facing its own challenges. Bobby Miller, for example, had a rough outing in a tied game, giving up a walk-off grand slam to the Sugar Land Space Cowboys. Despite showing promise early in his career, Miller has struggled over the past 2 seasons to replicate his early success, even with triple-digit fastballs. Yet, players like Max Muncy and Tommy Edman continue to perform solidly in these games, providing a glimpse of the talent the Dodgers hope to bring back into their major league rotation soon. Esteury Ruiz has also been lighting it up in Oklahoma City, hitting his 13th home run in just 89 games while stealing 56 bases. And Austin Gautier's resurgence has been a story to follow closely, demonstrating how perseverance and adjustments can completely change a player's trajectory in the minors. The minor leagues also saw high-scoring action with the Tulsa Drillers, who had a split set against the Wichita Wind Surge. In a makeup game, they exploded for 14 runs on 18 hits, with Zach Earhart hitting a grand slam and driving in 5 RBIs. Jackson Ferris added a solid pitching performance, picking up his 10th win of the season despite giving up 3 runs over 5 1/3 innings. These games, while away from the spotlight of the major league stadiums, are crucial for understanding the depth and future potential of the Dodgers system. Every hit, every stolen base, every solid outing adds to the picture of a franchise that is carefully building both for the present and the future, balancing star players at the top level with the consistent development of prospects below. On the major league side, there's also Shohei Ohtani, who had to be scratched from his scheduled start against the Pittsburgh Pirates. While he remained in the lineup as designated hitter, the decision to push back his next pitching start was made to give him time to recover from some fatigue and chest issues. The Dodgers are managing his workload very carefully. After a strong outing against the Cincinnati Reds where he pitched 5 innings and struck out 9 batters, Ohtani is showing that even elite athletes need strategic rest periods to maintain peak performance. His next start is now scheduled for the series opener against the Colorado Rockies at Dodger Stadium, ensuring that he will be at his best when taking them out again. In the meantime, Clayton Kershaw will take the mound against the Orioles, marking his first career start against that team and his debut at Camden Yards. Kershaw has been strong this season overall, posting a 3.28 ERA with 61 strikeouts in just over 93 innings pitched. His presence on the mound is a key factor as the Dodgers navigate these final stretches of the season, especially with pitching adjustments and player management in play. Between injuries, player management, minor league call-ups, and top-tier talent like Ohtani and Smith, the Dodgers are navigating a season full of excitement, challenges, and strategic decisions. Every decision, from when to rest a star player to when to bring in a hot prospect to managing the minor league rotation, is interconnected. And as fans, witnessing how the team balances these elements while staying competitive in a stacked league makes following the Dodgers an experience that is equal parts thrilling and nerve-wracking. While the Dodgers juggle their star players and rising prospects, the minor leagues continue to serve as both a proving ground and a glimpse into the future of this organization. One player who has been quietly but steadily making waves is Kendall George. At just 20 years old, George has been tearing it up on the base paths and at the plate, showcasing a level of maturity beyond his years. In the game on September 4th, he not only stole 4 bases, pushing his season total to an eye-popping 101, but he also collected 3 hits, raising his batting average to just under 300 and his on-base percentage to over 400. It's the kind of performance that makes scouts sit up and take notice. But George isn't just flashy, he's consistent. Month by month, his on-base percentage has climbed steadily from .347 in May to .367 in June, .408 in July, .496 in August, and now .600 in September. It's a remarkable progression that speaks to his ability to adjust, to learn, and to elevate his game as the season wears on. Austin Gauthier has been having a similarly impressive trajectory in AAA. The 26-year-old has gone from looking lost in June to becoming one of the most reliable players on the field, posting on-base percentages that mirror George's rise. .333 in May, .363 in June, .408 in July, .490 in August, and now .571 in September. Watching these two players develop almost in parallel is fascinating. The Dodgers minor league system has clearly found a formula for helping players maximize their skills and adjust quickly to challenges. Both George and Gauthier demonstrate that patience, intelligent coaching, and playing time are invaluable tools for turning raw talent into consistent production. Meanwhile, the pitching side of the minors has seen its share of heartbreaks and lessons. Bobby Miller, a reliever with a rocket arm, had a particularly tough outing in Oklahoma City. Coming into a tie game in the ninth inning, he retired the first two batters and seemed to be on his way to a successful save. But a combination of walks and a single set up a dramatic situation that culminated in a game-winning grand slam by Zach Cole of the Sugar Land Space Cowboys. It was a devastating result, but these experiences are part of what shapes a pitcher's mental toughness. Miller has had challenges over the past 2 seasons, struggling to replicate the dominance he showed early in his career despite throwing triple-digit fastballs. Yet the potential is undeniable, and with the Dodgers coaching staff working closely with him, there is hope that he can regain form and become a reliable arm once again. At the same time, players like Max Muncy and Tommy Edman continue to provide valuable depth, even if their time in the minors is brief. Their experience and ability to contribute immediately when called upon give the Dodgers flexibility and a safety net as injuries and workload management affect the major league roster. Esteury Ruiz is another player making headlines in AAA Oklahoma City. In just 89 games, Ruiz has hit 13 home runs and stolen 56 bases, blending power and speed in a way that is increasingly rare. He's hitting close to .300 with an on-base percentage over .400, and his slugging is near .500. These numbers make it clear that the Dodgers have a deep pool of talent ready to contribute at the major league level when the time comes. The Tulsa Drillers have also had a memorable stretch of games. In a makeup contest against the Wichita Wind Surge, they scored 14 runs on 18 hits, an offensive explosion that had fans and coaches alike excited. Zach Ehrhard delivered a standout performance, hitting a grand slam, driving in 5 RBIs, and scoring 3 runs himself. Eduardo Guerrero, Chris Newell, and Nelson Quiroz each contributed 3 hits, demonstrating that this team has multiple players capable of dominating on any given night. On the pitching side, Jackson Ferris picked up his 10th win of the season with a solid outing, giving up 3 runs over 5 1/3 innings, striking out 7, and keeping the team in position to win. It's performances like these that show the depth and versatility of the Dodgers organization, and why the major league team can remain competitive even when key players like Will Smith need rest or recovery time. Back in the majors, the Dodgers continue to navigate the careful balance between keeping their stars healthy and maximizing their impact on the field. Shohei Ohtani's recent scratch from his scheduled pitching start against the Pittsburgh Pirates underscores this strategy. While Ohtani remains in the lineup as designated hitter, the team decided to push back his next pitching start to give him additional rest and recovery. After a 5-inning outing with 9 strikeouts against the Cincinnati Reds, it's clear the Dodgers are being cautious, making sure that he doesn't overextend himself. His next start is now set for the series opener against the Colorado Rockies at Dodger Stadium, giving him an opportunity to pitch at full strength. The management of Ohtani's workload is particularly important given his dual role as a pitcher and hitter, a rarity in modern baseball and a key factor in the Dodgers' offensive strategy. Meanwhile, Clayton Kershaw will take the mound against the Orioles in place of Ohtani, marking a milestone in his career. It will be his first start against Baltimore and his debut at Camden Yards. Kershaw has been effective overall this season, posting a 3.28 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, and 61 strikeouts over 93 innings. His experience and consistency provide stability to the rotation, particularly as the Dodgers manage the innings of other top starters. The combination of veteran presence and emerging talent is a hallmark of the Dodgers' approach, blending careful planning with the natural ebb and flow of a long season. In addition to these high-profile stories, there are countless small moments that build the Dodgers' narrative. Minor league call-ups, pinch hit appearances, clutch stolen bases, and strategic pitching changes all contribute to the ebb and flow of the season. Every hit and every out matters, and fans following the Dodgers know that the story is never just in the scoreboard. It's in the adjustments, the learning curves, and the way the team responds to challenges. The management of player health, the integration of new talent, and the reliance on experienced veterans all form a web of interconnected decisions that define the team's trajectory. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. The baseball world is buzzing with speculation after Dodgers star pitcher YAMAMOTO reportedly announced his departure from the team. Sources close to the player suggest that the decision, while unexpected, might open doors to some of the league's most coveted destinations. Fans and insiders alike are left wondering whether this is the beginning of a major shakeup in the Dodgers roster or just a calculated move by YAMAMOTO to explore new challenges. Talk of Yamamoto's exit has already sparked a flurry of rumors linking him to several high-profile teams. Some insiders hint at a possible reunion with former teammates, while others speculate about a blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves through the league. The timing of the announcement, right as the season gains momentum, adds an extra layer of intrigue. Analysts are questioning whether this move signals internal disagreements, a desire for a fresh start, or simply a strategic career decision. Dodgers management has remained tight-lipped, fueling further conjecture. While official statements are scarce, industry insiders suggest that Yamamoto's departure could have ripple effects across the league's pitching market. Teams in need of a top-tier arm are reportedly circling, weighing the potential risks and rewards of acquiring a player of Yamamoto's caliber. Meanwhile, fans have taken to social media, debating the possible destinations and speculating about the impact on the Dodgers' championship hopes. Adding to the mystique, close sources indicate that Yamamoto himself has been discreet, hinting only that new opportunities are on the horizon. This vague comment has only intensified the rumor mill, with sports talk shows dissecting every potential angle. Could this be the prelude to a major free agent move? Or perhaps a strategic pivot that positions Yamamoto as a key figure in an emerging powerhouse team? Only time will tell, but for now, the Dodgers camp is anything but quiet. As the whispers grow louder, one thing is certain. Yamamoto's announcement has ignited one of the most tantalizing storylines of the season. Teams, analysts, and fans alike are watching closely, each eager to see which way the wind will blow in this high-stakes game of baseball chess. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.